The first charges filed in the Mueller investigation, but those charges are still under seal. I want to bring in now two men who have the ear of America. Joe Madison, the host of Sirius XM. John Fredericks, syndicated talk radio host, who is a former co-chair for the Trump campaign in Virginia. Good evening to both of you. You haven't been on the air since this latest bit of breaking news has happened. But Joe, I'm going to start with you. Give me your reaction to this first indictment coming down in the Mueller investigation.
I've been listening intensely ever since you've been on and the indictments come down. I think where we are, quite candidly, is we don't know. We just simply don't know. So I don't think anybody needs to start predicting until probably Monday morning or afternoon, whenever these indictments are made public. And I would agree with, I think, one of the panelists who said, this is just a beginning of a very long process. But I also agree with those who said that you can no longer run around saying there's nothing to this. This is not something that the president can tweet away. And I think he would make a terrible mistake if he did, but I anticipate he probably will.
John?
I think we have to wait and see. I agree with Joe on that. I mean, this investigation has been going on for some time. Everybody is anxious to see some sort of finalization or conclusion or what the evidence is or why we're doing it. Now, in all due respect to grand juries, as you know, gentlemen, a grand jury will indict a ham sandwich. So we don't know the seriousness of these. We just have to wait and see what happens on Monday. We understand there's two of them going on, but a lot of my callers this week are really upset about the payments to the Russian dossier group by both the DNC and perhaps Hillary Clinton campaign, and the fact that no one seems to know.
Are they upset about the RNC?
Debbie Wasserman Schultz doesn't know.
Hang on.
Clinton doesn't know.
Hang on. I want to bring some facts in, and then I'll let you respond. Are they upset that it was started by a Republican-leaning publication, and then a Republican himself, and then taken over by the Hillary Clinton campaign? We have to get the facts in.
Well, that only came out today, and I tell you, the Washington Free Beacon is the
not the Republican part. The Republican part has been out since the very beginning. We have reported on.
Let me answer. You asked me a question. I'm trying to answer.
But you got to get the facts in. We have been reporting on Republicans being the first to fund this for months on CNN, and also that it was also connected to Democrats. Very little new information, more specifically now that it was part of the Hillary Clinton, or part of the DNC and the Clinton
don't you think $9 million is new information? And as far as the Washington Free Beacon, that is the poster child for the neocon warmongers. That's who funds them. So obviously when they had an anti-war candidate in Donald Trump that wanted to get us out of these foreign entanglements and cut the funding, cut the money trough, drain the swamp, well, they picked up the opposition to that. But you got $9 million got paid out to these people. Who paid it out? Debbie Wasserman Schultz, she doesn't know.
Why does it matter how much it costs?
On your own
the Trump campaign paid $6 million to Cambridge Analytica. Why does it matter how much it costs? This is Oppo research, which every campaign does. That's why they raised all those millions and millions of dollars during the campaign so that they could pay for things like opposition research.
Well, but you know, this is what these guys do all the time. I always refer to them as cafeteria whatever, cafeteria Christians, cafeteria patriots. They always pick and choose what they want to emphasize. And as the two of you were talking, the one thing that you've left out, John, is that some of the information by the opposition, and Don is absolutely right, both sides do it, turned out to be factual. So who paid for it is immaterial as opposed to was the information accurate or not. That's really what we want to focus in. But you were honest. You said what your callers were interested in, and I'm certain they were instigated by you on the air.
Well, you know, Joe, the truth will set you free, and that's what we seek to do. That's why I seem to be unique in the talk radio business, to be honest. But look, at the end of the day, people want to get to the bottom of this, and they want to know who in the Democratic National Committee or the Clinton campaign paid these people, paid them through false names. Where did this money go? And it was done to discredit the president.
How do we know it was paid through false names?
Wait a minute. When the president said during the campaign that the whole system is rigged, well, here it is.
Well, first of all,
John, it's opposition
minute.
research. What do you think
John,
opposition research is? It's research, negative research on your opponent.
And both, look, everybody in America, both
paid to the Russians? Paid to the Russians?
Both sides do it. Come on, John.
They're not paying foreign governments.
John, repeat after me.
They did not pay a foreign government. That's not true.
Just say both sides do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure there's opposition research.
It wasn't paid.
The dossier was created to discredit the president.
He wasn't the president at the time. He was a candidate.
For by the DNC.
He was candidate for presidency of the United States. It was started by Republicans.
Leon Panetta came on your network and said it has to be investigated.
Listen, it was started by Republicans. He was a candidate. He wasn't a president, and it wasn't to discredit the president of the United States.
Right.
It was the same thing.
It was started by the
Trump
neocons
campaign.
Oh, come on, though.
But you
started by the
warmonger machine.
They're not Republicans.
It wasn't.
It was started by the neocon warmonger machine because they feared a candidate who was telling the truth about getting us out of these foreign entanglements, these wars.
Okay.
They make billions of dollars off it. He was exposing it all.
I'm being told I have to go. Okay,
yeah,
those are great talking points. And
Monday will be interesting.
None of that is true.
Monday will be an interesting
Monday will be
day.
interesting. Now that you're right. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Okay.